Hello and welcome, I'm Stormo, and this is Metro 2033 Redux, a game that I've played a little of, but not all of. Well, I've played a little of the original Metro 2033, but not the Redux version, which came out last year, based on a series of books by Dmitry Glukovsky. In fact, you can see one of the books right there, next to the TV screen there. I have been playing this a little bit, but we're going to start from the beginning again. And this is going to be a full playthrough. I'm going to do this over several episodes. This will be done alongside Mass Effect and all the various other things I do, just to break things up so that we're not doing all those games. For those who don't know, this was developed in Ukraine, and it's set in Moscow. It's a really cool game. And I've played the sequel as well, Metro Last Light. In fact, I played the sequel before I played the original. But yeah, so we're going to go into it right now, and we'll play through the early parts of it. I'm actually going to select, and people are going to laugh at me for this, I'm going to select that because I'm much more familiar with the way Metro Last Light plays, and we're just going to play on normal difficulty because I'm okay at this game, but yeah, it's not an easy game. We'll leave the gamma sliders where they are. On my monitor it looks right. I don't know if it looks right on what you're watching it on.
Close to the surface now. Soon we would climb up into the howling wind to fight our way through whatever nightmares were waiting there. My long journey was nearly at the end. But would I have the courage, the will to see it through?
Okay, so just before I go anywhere, I should just point out that every scene in this game has these little sort of introductory texts, and there's a lot of them because there's a lot of these scenes. So.
Artyom, when you left your home station, did you ever think we'll end up in a place like this? Not knowing whether we were about to save our world or send it straight to hell. Gotcha! We'll have to get through the military outpost to reach the surface, Artyom.
So there's a couple of things to point out here.
Something's moving in the next room. Open the gate, I'll cover.
A couple of things to point out here. Metro 2033 Redux is a redone version. It's updated using more modern engine. The lighting is a lot better and stuff like that. So if you're familiar with the way it worked in the previous game, then yeah.
Shit is always breaking down. Use the auxiliary hand system to open the gate.
This is just a sort of quick tutorial to get you used to the game. Storyline wise, it takes place much later in the game, I believe. So
check those crates for ammo and medpacks.
he says check those crates, but I never see crates. It's always these lockers.
Ready, Artyom? Follow me.
Now, one thing you have to do here is run and jump.
Okay. Up we go.
So the game looks really nice. Like I said, it was remastered last year, along with its sequel, Metro Last Light. You can see the way the flashlight casts shadows on everything. It's just, yeah, it's really nice. Obviously you need a decent computer to take advantage, but yeah. There's a lot of talking in this game too, so I'm probably going to end up talking over a fair bit of it. Turn that on. Got that gun out.
Suki, here they come.
It's actually surprisingly easy to run out of ammo in this early part of the game, so just have a quick look around to see if there's any ammo just before we go over there. There's something here. No. Okay, let's go. Let's do this.
Gideon, you ready?
Let's move on.
I think for where it was made and the budget it was likely made with and everything else, I think this game comes up really nicely. It's very well done. And I always love a good sort of story-driven first-person shooter. I'm a big fan of things like Bioshock Infinite and the Half-Life games, and yeah, right back to Quake 2 and stuff like that. And this game is very much in that style of heavily story-driven game. So. I won't go too much into detail about the story. It'll unfold as the game plays out, because it's a really cool story as well. Really interesting ideas.
Listen. What the hell is it?
And there's an introduction after this particular prologue that will explain a lot of it anyway, so... The best part is I've gotten here with ammo this time. Last time I did this I ran out of ammo. I missed one of the ammo pickups earlier on, so...
Stay calm. What's your best, boys? Okay. Looks it's gonna be tough in the northern area. Shit, wait! Fire at will! Hold the line!
The trick here is to not shoot too many bullets. Because ammo is pretty precious in this game, it turns out. Oh, we're getting hit from that guy. Ah! Did I die? Oh no. That's right, it's supposed to happen.
Life was never easy in the tunnels, but it was our home. There was comfort in its routines, in seeing the same people day after day. But since the mutant attacks had escalated, fear ruled the station. I had just turned 20, and could never have imagined what would follow on the morning that my stepfather's friend Hunter arrived at the barricade.
Yep, so here we go with... yep. I may have actually missed the introductory cutscene I was talking about. It may actually happen before the game. But the story is pretty well told. I mean, you get those prologue cutscenes, or those sort of talks in between each chapter of the game and all that kind of stuff, and it works pretty well, so...
Artyom, you're awake at last, I see. Hunter's on his way in. He should have news from the other stations. Come on.
The voice acting and the character animations are, you know, they work. Like, the voice acting is not brilliant, but it's acceptable. It's not, like, horrible or anything like that. They've clearly put a lot of heart and soul into this. And you can see around there, I love this, actually. This is actually a promotion for one of the later books in the series. Get a really cool looking calendar, and he collects these postcards and photos and stuff. You can see all the postcards up there. He even has a guitar that he plays. Well, that we play because we're actually talking about you. This is the main character, so this is us. We play a guitar.
Let's go, Artyom.
Delusions of competency.
Pigs, disease. I've been through worse, and I'm not giving up. What's your plan?
Alex,
Hand them all down.
Yes, Nikolai?
the station can't survive much longer if these attacks don't stop. We must do something.
What more can we do?
and the updated visuals. I mean, this was a good looking game when it came out in 2010. I think it was 2010 it originally released. But it was a good looking game, and it was one of those games that was considered a sort of PC killer in the sense, kind of like how Crysis is always held up as, oh, the game that will destroy your PC if you try to run it back in the day. Well, this game was the same when it came out, although to be fair to the... To be fair, or not really to be fair, I guess, a lot of that was due to poor optimization, more so than it was that the game was just demanding. The Redux version, which is what we're playing here,
How are the wounded?
this uses a much more recent version of the same game engine. I think the textures have all been updated and it supports a lot more, and it's also much more optimized, so it runs a lot smoother on modern hardware. But they did both games, this and Metro Last Light, which is the sequel. And unfortunately, it may or may not see any more games in the series. I hope there is. I hope that there's a way that they can produce more games, but obviously the sort of situation in Ukraine right now is probably not conducive to game development. But yeah. Look at that lighting, guys. Just, oh. Sorry, I'm probably going to gush a bit over the graphics. I think this game just looks so good, the way it is.
Thanks. Now closer, kid.
It's been a long time, Hunter.
Good to see you, Alex. Hello, Artyom.
So, Hunter, what's happening in the outside world these days?
Not much. Most of what I hear is about the exhibition and the undead infesting your tunnels.
And you can see some of the janky animations, but, you know,
Artyom,
doesn't bother me.
I met a trader selling old postcards of New York City. I thought of your wall.
These are not the usual mutant creatures. This is something else. What the hell? Something much worse.
Dark ones. Well, whatever in hell they are, my order has a motto. If it's hostile, you kill it.
Intruder alarming an invent shaft. They're coming in from above.
Just what we needed.
There are wounded here just behind the wall.
Kirill, take your group to the tunnels.
Alex,
Hunter,
we must stay here and defend the hall.
all right, our team, quickly, get a weapon.
Of course, he takes the good gun.
Damn, they never come this far into this station.
It's the hospital. They smell the blood.
One cool thing about this is you don't necessarily have to shoot things that are attacking other guys. They can hold their own in combat, which is really cool. Of course. Ah. Ow! Where is he coming from? Nope, and I'm out of ammo. I love how if you misfire, the ammunition barrel rotates, even though you don't have any bullets in it.
Artyom, are you alright?
Of course. He's a dead-eye shot, this one.
Yep, totally dead-eye.
No dark ones here. Just the usual tunnel trash.
Even when you don't see them, the dark ones are there. Fear. That's their weapon. That's what made the Nosalises run through the tunnels like rats. The dark ones are not simple mutants. They're Homo Novus, the next step in evolution. You've heard about survival of the fittest? Guess what? We lost.
What's happened to you, Alex? You can go like lambs to the slaughter. I'll hang on to whatever life I got with teeth and claws. And I'll take more than a few of your homo novus with me to hell.
You think you're some old movie cowboy? Have a look, Hunter. 10 soldiers trained in combat. Their bodies broken, their minds gone.
The Dark Ones! They destroyed the outer guard post!
The devil knows what's happening out there, beyond your perimeter. I must go recon the situation. Listen carefully at him. If I'm not back here by morning, you must get to police station and find a man named Miller. Tell him what's happened to me, and what's stirring in the northern tunnels. Show this to Miller, so he knows I've sent you. I trust everything to you, Artyom. Don't let me down. If we are to survive, this threat must be eliminated, no matter the cost. Eliminated. Understand?
Yep, so that's kind of how the story kicks in. There's another prologue here.
Hunter did not return. It wouldn't be easy to find an excuse to leave the station and travel to Polis, but I had given my word. I learned that the caravan was heading to Riga the next day and needed guards. I signed on for the ride.
Постой, паровоз, не стучите колеса. Кондуктор, нажми на тормоза.
Finally! Taking your time as usual, huh? Alright, grab your gear, go to the platform, they're waiting for us. I'll meet you there. Hey, Artyom, don't forget anything, huh?
All the talking. I should probably explain about the currency in this game. So basically, there's military bullets, which are like really high-grade ammunition, and you can use them for your weapons. Just play the guitar. Turn the lights out. Because I'm leaving here. This is the last time we'll see it, so one last look around. But yeah, you can use the military bullets for your weapons, but they are also the game's currency, and they're used as currency, which is really cool. I think that's a really cool idea. And it works well, kind of like the same way how bottle caps work in the Fallout games, where they're used as currency in a sort of post-apocalyptic world, which this fairly clearly is. So you can go up here and have a look. There's a lot of detail in everything in this too. It just looks really nice. So yeah, we have this journal thing. That's where we keep a compass, and the compass always points to where you need to go if you get lost. So it's really cool. Just hold that. There's also a cigarette lighter you can get from activating the same button as that. Yeah, you can do that. No, I can't open it myself. My interactions with your door are limited. So, and I mean, yeah, this game is clearly made by people who are passionate about video games, and they've clearly studied a lot of first-person shooters. We have this sort of meeting here. They've clearly had a clear idea of what they wanted to do. They've obviously licensed the Metro books, which is sort of like, I guess, how the Witcher series, CD Projekt Red's Witcher series is coming out too. Okay, so this is where we can shop. We can't buy new guns, but we can customize this. Yeah. We're going to be using this gun a lot, so I will install that. And that's about all I can do here. It costs me bullets, but whatever. So you can buy ammo. We'll get the option to get ammo later. We actually get it all handed to us for free anyway. As we go through here. There's a lot of background noise and background talking too, which is really cool. So as we go through here, there's a dude we need to talk to back here. Here we go.
Artyom, you need some weapons? Okay, let's take a look.
This doesn't cost us anything.
Submachine gun, 5.45 caliber, made in the army. It's got poor accuracy and overheats like hell. That's why they call it a bastard gun. Use short bursts, Artyom. Help yourself to some ammo too.
So that's not military grade ammo, so that isn't
Keep it
currency.
battery powered. And a gas mask. Put it on if you crossed any radiation hot zones. Or, God help you, go up to the surface. Army issue first aid kits, just in case. Okay, you're supplied, my friend. Feel free to try out your weapon on my firing range.
We're not going to do that.
You try not to stick out your head too much, okay?
Okay, so just briefly, yeah, we just got all the weapons we're going to need. Ammo tends to be fairly scarce in this game, so you do need to be a little bit careful with it. I'm pretty bad at that, but I'll try. The gas mask thing's really important because there's this whole thing where there are areas of the game that are basically irradiated. The game's set in the future where there was like this thing that happened, and the world's basically an irradiated hellscape now. This is obviously happened in Moscow, and there's like these crazy alien creatures. You saw some of them earlier, the Nozzlesers and the dark, what they call the Dark Ones, and various other things. So.
So you're ready to move out?
Yep, we're ready. Let's go.
Are you ready? Well, let's go then.
I'd call this game a corridor shooter or a tunnel shooter, but that's kind of implied by the setting, I guess.
Did anybody forget anything?
So, you get your gear? Let's go then.
Hey guys, going to Riga?
Yeah, we are.
Can I get a lift?
Sure, but no free rides. You'll have to pull the lever sometimes.
I can do that.
Let's go then.
But I think overall this game builds atmosphere really well.
I'll write it down. Good luck to everyone staying home, and to us too.
It has pretty solid shooting mechanics as well. Like guns feel proper.
Artyomka! Free at last, huh? Well, for as long as the ride takes anyway. Should be fun. Or dangerous. Even better, right?
But yeah, and it has glorious lighting. I think that's my favorite thing.
It was the first time I had left the safety of my home station. It troubled me that I hadn't told my stepfather the truth. I would not be heading straight back from Riga. But Hunter was depending on me.
So we'll do this tunnel sequence, and we'll get to Riga, and that'll be this video.
Where you from?
Riga. I'm making the rounds, buying merchandise.
Well, I bet you've seen a few places then.
Yeah, the market is right next to Riga, and that's a big metro.
I'll look forward for this too, just so you can see down the tunnel as we go along.
But getting there now requires a lot of luck. That or being from Hansa.
I'd love to ride that thing.
Hansa connects to the whole metro and has a lot of stations, but doesn't welcome outsiders. And if it's not Hansa, then you have to go through the Reds, the Nazis, or your regular bandits. And these guys are really going at it lately. If they're not fighting everyone else, they're warring with each other.
In Metro Last Light, one of the early scenes, actually, you have to fight through this whole Nazi place, and oh my god, it was so really intense, but actually nearly put me off the game, and I'm glad I stuck through it. But yeah, anyway.
Peter, what's up?
A military caravan got stuck near Alexeyevskaya. A tunnel collapsed or other shit. You have to use the service tunnel bypassing Alexeyevskaya.
Ah, fuck. I hate this tunnel. All right, Peter. Open up the gate. No point being stuck here forever.
Why? Well, what's wrong with that tunnel?
Well, it's an ordinary tunnel. Not as well lit, maybe. I went through that last month and, well, I just don't like it. That's all.
Trying not to make everyone dizzy by turning around too much, but I just wanted to point to who was talking so you can follow the conversation a little bit. Sometimes when I make these videos, I have to remember that I am not just playing a game, but also functioning as a cameraman. So anyway, we're going to have to do some shooting. I only have 8 military grade rounds. Military grade rounds do more damage too. The game wants us to use them, so we'll use them. Which means we'll be broke when we get to Riga, but oh well.
Damn,
makes my head hurt.
If you help push the lever, we'll get there sooner.
You can't actually push the lever.
Okay, Eugene, you go help the men. We should move faster here. You watch the back, Artyom.
Sure, I'll help. That way we'll get to Riga in no time, right?
No, we should get out of here sooner. It's scary when they're around. And I pity them.
Them? Who them?
Can you hear them weep?
Whom do you mean, them? What are you talking about, huh? What the hell is going on about? Boris? Boris!
What's happening to me?
This is where things get weird.
My head! Artyom! What is it? Artyom! Over here!
If we are to survive, this threat must be eliminated, no matter the cost. Eliminated.
Yeah, so that's one of the dark ones, the game that they were talking about before. You're getting Half-Life vibes from this. I'm not surprised. There are some similarities in some of the ideas. I mean, not enough to suggest that, you know, this game's copying Half-Life or anything like that, but certainly the two games have some very similar ideas in them. So, and also Half-Life is just a great story-driven shooter like this game.
What the hell's going on? Shit! Wake up, people! People! Wake up, for Christ's sake! Boris, wake up! Boris! Shit! It's no good!
Didn't mean to do that.
Ah! Oh God! Ah!
This is fun.
You shoot! I'll take the ladders! Come on! Take my shotgun! Here!
Apologies if you were listening in headphones and they were up kind of loud there. That particular high-pitched squeal is a bit painful, I know, so I'm sorry about that. So I probably should have warned you guys that was coming. The best thing to do is to shoot them once they get towards you, because otherwise you can't really do much to them from this distance, especially not with the shotgun, because of course shotguns have no range because it's a video game. So you can see some slightly janky sort of ragdolling effects there too.
We're almost at the road! Come on! The roadblock! On the roadblock!
This is meant to happen. Don't worry, we're not dead. So we sort of have to work our way forward. I think there's dudes coming at us. Run as fast as we can.
Come here, quick! Don't use a flamethrower! Please! Give her a chance! Let's kick some snout butts!
Yeah, the flamethrower is a really good thing to have at this point, isn't it?
That was hot. I need a drink.
Riga Station was only the first stop on my journey, but the caravan went no further. So, before parting ways, we drank to celebrate our survival. The vodka didn't drown my fear of traveling on to Polis alone. But I was about to find myself with an unexpected and notorious partner.
Okay, so we'll just get through this cutscene and then I'll leave this video there. And we'll come back next time.
Alright, boys. Let's train to our friend Artyom, who goes right through monsters and anomalies alike. To Artyom.
To you!
But I think this game uses checkpointing, so I may have to redo this scene in the next video.
Hell, if not for you, Artyom, would have been shredded like cabbage. You deserve a medal. Or at least some extra ammo. Here, take them. To your health.
Artyom! To you!
This scene goes on way too long though.
Artyom, you really immune to that shit?
See if that shroom vodka knocks him down, huh?
Okay, we've got to check that. To our luck. And to Artyom.
Please come again.
To your health. Ha, the vodka kicks everyone's ass, huh?
So tell me, the tunnel to market's
So I'm going to leave it here. We'll just pick up this ammo. And, we can walk around the station, but we've got to go down there and talk to a dude, which we'll get to do a bit later. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm going to try and cover the whole game because I think it's a really cool game. We'll get through it in these videos. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.